Welcome guys, stay GigaChat. Spam noted. By the way, if you see on the top right, there's a Surfshark. Yeah, use my code a lot. I want my sponsorship to be extended. Anyways, the goal of this video is to maybe some of you guys might be curious about how difficult the Thaemine is and what kind of specs, like min-max factors, how much does it require to do this raid, right? So this is my personal opinion based on my experience that you can refer to. Alright, here I go. So for the Thaemine difficulty, normal G1 to G3 is pretty easy. And for the hard mode, G1 is the easiest, G2 is harder than G1, G3 is way harder than G2 as a prog, and G4 is even way harder than G3 is my thought. And by the way, currently, based on my experience, G4 Thaemine is literally the hardest content in Korea right now, even with the the next raid that already came out, the Echidna raid. It's even harder than any of that. And then the second hardest content that I think in Lost Ark is G3 Thaemine. Yeah, G3 Thaemine is harder than Echidna Gate 2 in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, that's how hard it is. So what are the specs that I think that's needed for first time prog? Okay, for normal mode, throughout the G1 to G3, eye level. It's okay to be eye level, which is all plus 17, 16, 10. By the way, this part, your armor, everything including your armor and weapons should be at least plus 17. If your armor is under, if even one piece of your armor is under plus 17, then there's something called the defense penalty, armor penalty. So you receive more damage than other people who have everything at least at that level. Does that make sense? And for the gems, honestly, it's really clearable even with level 7 event gems. With Life Salvation 18 and elixirs, you don't even need it. Yeah, you still have 1 to 2 minute berserk time left for every single gate from gate 1 to gate 3. That's how easy normal is. Yeah, the expected clear time as a first time prog with full guide given, I expect you guys to clear it in a day. For all gate. And actually, there's a good reference here. Russia server RU got the Thaemine last week Wednesday, February 21st, and you can see their data, record of who cleared it first. And this is normal mode, by the way, and there's actually a party that cleared it in that very day, February 21st. So again, me saying that you can clear this in a day is not a cap. Right? Spam noted. Now let's go for the hard mode. For the hard mode, it's 1630, right? For G1 to G2, I expect it to be cleared in a day with a full guide given. It's not that hard. It's harder than normal, of course, but yeah. Eye level all plus 21, fine. Gems, I think you do need some level 9 gems, especially for DPS gems. It's a 1630 content, guys. And for supporters, honestly, there's no big difference. They just need at least level 7 cooldown gems. Yeah. Card and elixir should be, Life Salvation 30 and elixir 40. Hard mode, G3, this is where the difficulty spikes, in my opinion. Expected clear time with the full guide given is just for gate 3 at least a day. 1 day plus. Yeah. And eye level, doable. From here, you do kind of need level 10 gems. Yeah, level 10 DPS gems, and others being all level 9 is my personal opinion. Card, Life Salvation, and elixir 40. Yep. Now G4. So this is a content that I really don't recommend you to do it unless you're a very sweaty player who wants to run the race, the first mode race, and get the title. You know what I'm saying? Expected clear time with full guide given is average of 4 to 5 days or even more than that. By the way, I have a reference for this. You know that even in Korea, there's still a lot of parties that who never cleared this content and they're trying to prog it. And because there are so many good guys provided in Korea, but even with the full guide given, the average is like this. Any parts that can be min-maxed as much as possible should be min-maxed. That's how hard this raid is. there's a reference for Russia server for the hard mode. So to let you know how hard the Thaemine hard mode is, so here, they clear the normal in day 1, right? Look at the hard mode. This is the hard mode. It's not even the first mode. I'm gonna click the hard mode and it says no data. The game in Russia server has been out for 12 days. And no party even cleared the Thaemine hard G4. That's how hard it is. And like some of you guys might say, well, Memo, in Russia right now, like when they clear the G4, then they're gonna get their account investigated, and if they turns out to be like an RMT, like piloter, then they're gonna get permabanned. The thing is, that's just for first mode, right? The first. There's not even a party that cleared the hard mode, guys. Pretty much what's going on is that it's not like they're not clearing it. They can't clear it because the raid is like really hard. Lastly, if I wrap up by giving you guys my last advice, is that most of people have these kind of specs on their main, right guys? But the problem happens when you try to do the hard content, especially from gate 3, with your ult. Your ult, the problem is this game, the gems that you produce by yourself, the productivity cannot follow up with your eye level increase. So what happens is that you have to buy the gems from auction house. And by doing that, pay to win kind of stuff gets involved, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's what gems are. Gems are impossible to follow up with the eye level in Lost Ark because they made the system like that. Which means it's better to not do the hard Thaemine on your ult if you don't have appropriate specs. The highest parking spot for the ult is 1620 in my opinion. Yeah, where you can do hard Ivory Tower and get some elixirs. Yeah, later when Echidna raid comes out after the Thaemine, there's something called, advanced honing will come out, and that can be started from 1620. So actually 1620 is the perfect ult parking spot by the time Echidna comes out. So you guys still have plenty of time. Hope you guys get cheered up. Anyways, until the next time for the Thaemine video, guys. Yeah, I'm working very hard on the Thaemine guide from G1 to G4, by the way. Stay Giga Shed. Spam noted 07. Bye, guys.